Hi, welcome back to the channel. And as you can see, we're on, can you believe it, part 6 of Death, Is It Real or Not? This time we're talking about eternal torment. So, I'm so glad you're back with me. And before we get started, please subscribe, hit the post notification bell, and hit that thumbs up button. That helps me so much. I appreciate it. All right, let's get started. Eternal torment. We kind of mentioned that in 5, but we're going to still, we're going to continue with that a little bit to make sure the video's not too long. So we were able to break it up, okay? So I hope you're following along with me. So does the Bible support the theory of eternal torment for the wicked? Some believe that the word hell in the Bible means a subterranean lake into which the souls of the wicked are cast at death, whereby they'll burn in flames throughout eternity. But it's important for us to look at the scriptures and see what it is that the Most High wants us to know, and not the lies that man have told us. Yes, lies that we have been told. Okay? So, what is the meaning of hell in the Bible? Well, there's 3 meanings. Okay, so I'm going to give you this. At first, it means the grave. People that are in the grave are in hell. Not someplace burning. You saw your loved one go down in the dirt, and the dirt cover. That's the grave. That's what the word hell can mean. 31 times hell is mentioned in the Old Testament, and in each instance comes from the Hebrew word Sheol, meaning grave. In the New Testament, the 24 times hell is mentioned, 11 times it comes from the Greek word Hades, which means grave. Hades is the Greek equivalent to Sheol. And if you can compare Psalms 16 verse 10 to Acts 2 verse 27, they both mean grave. All right? Second meaning, it means darkness. Once in the New Testament, hell comes from the Greek word Tartarus. That's Tartarus. And has the reference into the darkness of the material universe. Tartarus, it means darkness. You can read 2 Peter 2 verse 4 and Jude 6. It also means the valley of Hinnom. 12 times in the New Testament, hell comes from the Greek word Gehenna, a transliteration of the Hebrew word meaning the valley of Hinnom, just outside of Jerusalem. Christ used this valley to illustrate how the wicked will be destroyed in the lake of fire at the end of the 1,000 years in Revelation 20. All right. So what is the meaning of the worm not dying? Mark 9 verse 44. Where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. What in the world does he mean? See, Diane, even the worm don't die. Fire can't go out. Listen, when Jesus talked about Gehenna, the people understood he was talking about the valley of Hinnom, which was a city incinerator. In the early history, it had become a symbol of judgment, for in the valley, divine judgment fell upon their idols and their idolatrous ancestors. Jeremiah 7 verse 32 and 33. That which the fire did not devour, the worms did, meaning whatever part, there might have been a little flesh and bone that wasn't burned up for whatever reason, then it said the worm did it. The worm here does not refer to a soul. The Greek word, and I have to spell it for you, Skolex, shoklek, in this instance means maggots. Y'all seen what maggots can do, okay? Insomuch as the fire was not quenched, indicates it was inextinguishable because there was a constant supply of refuge being placed on it every day. So if you pile dirt, things on this pile, animals, dead people, whatever, and it keeps refueling it, so it keeps burning and burning. But what's underneath has been burned up. What's adding is being burned. Okay? It says, However, no fire is burning there today. The undying worm and unquenchable fire serve to show that the final destruction will be complete. That's all. Whatever the fire didn't burn up, the worm came and ate it up. So that part was gone. If something new added, then the same process was happening. This pile was big, but nothing was living there. So how long is forever? Well, forever in the Bible repeatedly applied to a limited time rather than an indefinite period. In Philemon, verse 15, it says, Onesimus was received by Philemon forever, but when he died, he could no longer be his servant. So he says, I'm going to return him to you forever. When Paul said that to Philemon, or Philemon, when Onesimus died, he was no longer his servant. He was there until his end came, okay? So forever doesn't mean an indefinite period of time. In Deuteronomy 15, verse 17, it says, it speaks of a servant serving his master forever. But this forever closed when what? When the servant died. You can't say that somebody's serving somebody and the servant is dead, the master's dead. Come on now. It's an end. In 1 Chronicles 28, verse 4, and David was to be a king forever. They would say that about, oh, king, live forever. David, you're going to be a king on the throne forever. But guess what? He only served 40 years. Why? Because he died. Jonah 2:6 tells us an experience of Jonah being in the belly of the whale, and he would be there forever. But Jesus comes along and clarifies that in Matthew 12, verse 39 and 40. It tells us he was there for 3 days and 3 nights. But it said forever. He was there for that extended period of time, and then he was out and he went to do the work that he was called to do. So the length of forever is determined by the way it is applied and the nature of the subject to which it is applied. If we apply it to the area of life, we say God lives forever, or that the saints will live forever, we mean that their lives will be endless because God is immortal. And by nature, he is immortal by nature, and the saints will be given immortality. If we say the wicked and Satan will burn forever, it means as long as they live, and will not be an endless time, because by nature they're not mortal. They are mortal, not immortal. Okay? It does not necessarily mean a condition that never ends. It means a continuance depending upon the object of which it is applied. The word tall has that same meaning. For instance, a man could be 6.5 feet tall, where a mountain is 6,000 feet tall. Same word, 2 different areas of meaning. So when Satan when Satan exists, y'all, will Satan exist throughout eternity? Let me get that straight. If not, what will be his final end? Matthew 25:41. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire prepared for the devil and his angels. So I want you to understand that the fire was prepared not for mankind, but for the enemy of our souls, Satan and his angels. They were going to be destroyed. I know there's some people out here that don't even believe that he can die. He's mortal. His life was given to him like our lives was given to us. Of course he can die. He will die. And everybody attached to him will also die. Okay? So just know that this fire will devour them, burn them up, and they will be forever separated from God. That's what it really means. A total separation from God throughout eternity. Whether it's a real fire. I believe it's a real fire. Some people don't, but it was a real flood, right? Real water drowned those people. Real fire are going to destroy these people, and they'll just be destroyed forever out of the presence and separation from God. How sad is that? Will hellfire go out? Just as God destroyed the impenitent of Babylon, so will he utterly destroy and expunge from the universe all traces of sin. Isaiah 47:14. Behold, the day shall be as stubble. They shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal of to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. It is said that in Revelation 20, verse 10, the devil that deceiveth them shall be cast into the lake of fire with brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. The torment can only be until he is brought to ashes. When the smoke of his torment is gone up forever and ever, he's gone. And I'm telling you, it's not going to take eternity to burn him up. Fire don't take that long. This fire is going to be hot because it says fire and brimstone. So boom, they're going to be burned up and done. It's going to be done. So will there be an everlasting punishment? No. Period. Point blank. This would indicate an continuous act. Jesus did not say that the punishment of wicked would be a complete. He said it would be a completed act. It will be everlasting in its nature. Matthew 25:46. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. In fact, the act of punishment will be so final and complete that the wicked will no longer exist. That's what it means. Out of existence, out of the presence, separated from the Father and the Son forever, and no one ever able to bring about sin and destruction again. So will there be a lake of fire? Is it God's intention to clean the universe? To do this, the devil and all sin and sinners must be destroyed. God says in Ezekiel 33:11, say unto them, as I live, saith Yahuwah Elohim, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. Turn ye from your evil ways. For why will you die, O house of Israel? A person need not end up in the lake of fire, because there is a way of escape, and Jesus Christ, Yahuwah HaMashiach, is the way. Take advantage of the gift that has been given to you today. When you hear his voice, harden not your heart. So take these lessons to heart. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just trying to clear up the misconception about death. Is it real or not? Remember that old serpent said, you will not surely die. And we have run with that lie. You will die. And you will die and be out of existence for eternity. I pray that that will not be your choice. Okay? Well, that's all I have for today. So until we meet again, may the grace and peace of God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ be with you all until we meet again. Shalom.